Right. Hello students, welcome to Epitome IAS. So in today's class, in today's video, we are going to discuss one of the important dimensions in the governance, particularly in the form of a question asked in the General Studies paper 2 2024. Right. The question reads like this. Okay. The Citizen Charter has been a landmark initiative ensuring citizen-centric administration, but it is yet to reach its full potential, identify the factors hindering the realization of its promise and suggest measures to overcome them. Okay. So before we understand what to write for this particular question, let us get into some basics. Okay. Right. So basically we need to understand what is citizen charters. Right. So citizen charters means what? Particularly after liberalization, privatization and globalization, LPG. Okay. What government has transformed into? Government, the state has transformed into a minimal state. Minimal state. Okay. So minimal state means state tries to limit its powers, role, size and presence. Okay. And this minimal state will be giving a space for more liberty of the people. Okay. So people will be enjoying a lot of liberty. Okay. And the state, one way it tries to ease the people from regulatory burden. Okay. Regulatory burden by simplifying rules and regulations, and also simplifying structures, and also simplifies the interface between people and state. This is how you are able to see the transformation. Right. In this context, we are able to see the outcome in the form of minimum government, and maximum governance. Minimum government and maximum governance. Right. So in this process, government requires to be more efficient, okay, and citizen friendly. It should be promoting citizen centric governance. So this is leading a path for good governance. Good governance. So good governance means governance with values. When in another discussion I will be explaining these concepts also, but here let us limit ourselves to an understanding that governance with values is called as good governance. Right. So then this good governance is nothing but promotion of citizen-centric governance. Citizen-centric governance. Citizen-centric governance means citizen must be kept at the center of the entire governance mechanism and governance purpose. The purpose of government to serve the needs of the people. Okay. So in this process, government shall not be troubling the people with unnecessary processing procedures. Government shall not be promoting any complexity in the administration. Okay. So that is possible through simplifying structures, simplifying rules, simplifying the interface between the people and government, so that people would be having the prediction regarding the standards of services, the timelines of services, the grievance redressal and the quality of service. So that is how you are trying to redefine entire governance mechanism in the country. So one of such manifestation for the citizen-centric governance is nothing but citizen charters. That is nothing but citizen charters. So citizen charters is one aspect of the citizen-centric governance. Citizen charter is one aspect of the good governance, keeping the citizen at the center of the services. Okay, keeping the citizen at the center of the governance paradigm. Okay, so this is how we can understand. Then what is the meaning of citizen charter then? What is the meaning of citizen charter? Okay, citizen charter is nothing but this is nothing but it's a set of it is the articulation or expression of vision of the organization. Okay, what organization visualizes, what organization wants to do. Okay, vision. Okay, and the standards of services it delivers. Okay, similarly the timelines of service, okay, and in case of failure to meet the standards and timelines, definitely there must be grievance redressal. If all these things are clearly mentioned for any given service is called as citizen charter. For example, within how many days a particular certificate is granted by the revenue department, issued by the revenue department, or within how many days a particular service is done by a particular department. So all these are listed, okay, in a comprehensive manner, and that is visible to the people, so that the people will be entitled to question the public office. They are entitled to question the public office. That's why the services are not at the mercy of the public servants. The services are given at the entitlement of the people. People are entitled with, people are having rights to question the government, to question the public departments. So that is how you try to keep the citizen at the center of the governance. This is how you try to ensure people would realize their full capacity, because you are not going to waste the time of the people, you are not going to harass the people, you do not try to create the mastery culture in the bureaucracy. Okay, that truly signifies the public services servants are nothing but the servants of the people. They are not the masters of the people. The mastery culture in the governance, the mastery culture in the administration will be doing away because of these citizen charters. The time, the energies, the money, everything of the citizens will be respected by the citizen charters. Okay, but however, the citizen charter implementation is not completely satisfactory. There are various factors which are limiting the effectiveness of the citizen charters. Okay, so in this context, right, so the question, if you try to see, citizen charter has been landmark initiative ensuring citizen-centric administration, right. This is how we need to write the introduction. Okay, citizen charter means what? Okay, it is a document, it is articulation or expression of vision, standards of service, timelines, and grievance redressal by any public department or any public organization is called a citizen charter. This will promote citizen centricity because it tries to give value for money, value for the taxpayers' money, gives values for the value for the time and energy of the citizens. Okay, and citizens need not give bribe for the public servants. The citizens need not beg the public servants regarding the services. Okay, it is their entitlement to receive the services legally, or we can say we can understand, of course not completely legally, it is nothing but it tries to build ethics, work ethics on part of the civil servants. It tries to serve the work ethics on part of the civil servants because it is ethical, because the very purpose of the public department or public organization is to serve the people. That kind of work ethics will be inculcated or institutionalized because of the citizen charters, right. So we need to understand, we need to write these points. Okay, citizen charter has been a landmark initiative ensuring citizen-centric administration. So why it is landmark? Because citizen charter has been implemented right from 1997 in various departments. There are various applications with respect to citizen charters. For example, you take Passport Seva. Okay, Passport Seva is such a project which is implemented by Ministry of External Affairs. Okay, so which is one of the successful programs. Recently, it made a news that is within 2 days they were able to issue the passport, and that clearly gives the timelines during how much time the passport can be issued. Not only that, there is a Central Board of Direct Taxes which is run by Ministry of Finance. So it tries to give the refunds within the 6 months from the date of the filing returns. This is another successful program. Indian Railways, train services and passenger amenities, because it will try to display what are the train timings and what are the timelines of various trains that is displayed by the railways, Indian Railways. This is how you are able to see the practical application of the citizen charters. Of course, these are only few programs which you are listing here, but there are too many programs, too many citizen charters implemented by both central government and state governments. Right. Why it is a landmark? Landmark because, right, we need to explain this term. Okay, why citizen charters is landmark? This is the key term here. Why citizen charters is landmark? It is landmark because it tries to institutionalize ethical work culture in the public organizations. Okay, so it tries to reform the civil services to become effective and efficient. Okay, it tries to make the public organizations to be accountable to people or the community which receives the services, who are the recipients of services, right? And apart from that, it helps the customization of service delivery to meet the needs of people, because there is a chance for the citizens, because there is a chance for inputs of the citizens, because the inputs of the people is possible. Okay, because of these reasons, it is landmark initiative, right? Why it is landmark means this is why it is landmark. Okay, one is, tell me, one is institutionalizing ethical work culture. It tries to reform the civil services to become effective and efficient. It tries to make the public organizations to be accountable to the people and the community which are recipients of the services. It helps in the customization of service delivery to meet the needs of the people, because the inputs of the people is possible. So therefore you are able to see the ownership of community over the public offices. Okay. This is how you are able to see the landmark nature of the citizen charters. Okay. Right. So then we need to understand another dimension here. Okay. We have completed the first part of the question. So this is done. So it is done. This is up to this it is done. Then, but it is yet to reach its full potential. Okay, yet to reach its full potential. Okay, why there is a criticism? Okay, where the citizen charters are actually lacking. The citizen charters are having certain problems. Okay, so what are the issues faced by citizen charters? What are the issues faced by citizen charters? So we can draw a mind map like this. Okay, right. So we can write the points one by one. Okay, first one is lack of citizen inputs. Okay, because sometimes the organization is guided by its own values. Okay, right. So lack of proper design. Okay, for instance, second administrative ARC2 mentions about the Delhi Transport Corporation. It did not, it has framed the citizen charter, but however it failed to provide such aspects which are very much essential. For example, it did not provide for the safety of the commuters or loading norms, okay, and the punctuality. So they did not include that. So that means lack of proper design. Okay. Next, lack of legal backing. So in most of the times there is no legal backing. Okay, there is no particular law which is guaranteeing the citizen charters to be implemented. Okay, and not only that, there is lack of community awareness. There is a lack of community awareness. Community is not well aware of actually whether there is a citizen charters or not. Such awareness is not possible. Okay, and attitude of civil servants. So civil servants' attitude is not, what is that? To promote the citizen charters. They do not want to come under the accountability framework. Okay, that is particular to the people. They are not happy. They are not willing to come under the scrutiny of the people. Okay, so that is what attitude is, because they have the attitude shaped by the colonial rule. So the colonial rule has established the civil servants to be the masters and the people are the servants. Okay, and there are and moreover the work culture within the bureaucracy, that is also to be blamed equally, because the work culture is not performance oriented work culture, because there are too many things we can discuss here. For example, the performance assessment is not in a proper manner. There is no proper work allocation. There is no proper monitoring. Okay, there are too many issues. So then when the work culture itself is bad, how do you expect the civil services or the public organizations are coming forward to implement the ethical framework like citizen charters, right? So they are deprived of ethics. They are actually are not driven by the ethical values, right? In that context, it is difficult to visualize these citizen charters can be implemented properly, right? And not only that, there is a divide, rural-urban divide. There is a digital divide. Okay, okay. There are too many issues. Okay, and lack of training of senior officials. Lack of training is another important issue. Lack of training. Okay, so because of all these reasons, the citizen charters are not able to uh, translate into the actual outcomes. And there is also lack of periodical review. There is also lack of periodical review. So these are the issues faced by citizen charters. Okay, you can elaborate upon this. Okay, right. Then what is the next? What is the other part of the question? Identify the factors. Yes, we have completed up to this point. Okay, and suggest measures to overcome them. What are the measures? What are the measures to overcome them? Measures. Okay. Actually, the second Administrative Reforms Commission has given a model called as Sevottam model. So this is why this is nothing but service delivery excellence model. This is also nothing but service delivery excellence model. Seva plus Uttam. Sevottam. Okay. Sevottam model. Right. So in the Sevottam model, okay, what is the possibility? There is a scope for, there are three important aspects in the Sevottam model. The three important aspects would be, one is citizen, the possibility for the inputs of the citizens, the possibility for the inputs of the citizens, citizen input. Okay. So it means the citizens must be giving their inputs regarding the timeline, quality, accessibility, okay, type of services. In all these matters, the citizens must be having the say. And next important thing is, there must be better grievance redressal. Better grievance redressal. That means the citizens must be having the proper say. That means if the services are not provided within the given timelines, definitely there must be a redressal mechanism, right? So there must be clear specification of official who must be the point of contact between the citizens and administration, okay, and what is the timeline for the grievance redressal. So those things must be properly defined. And third important component is excellence in service delivery. So the service delivery must be in a proper manner. So that means the timelines must be properly met. Okay. And moreover, the second Administrative Reforms Commission has given 7 steps for the better implementation of the citizen charters. We need to write what are the 7 steps. Okay. So what are the 7 steps? First one is implementation of optimal service delivery. Okay, that is, there must be optimal service delivery. Optimal means you need to give the services to the full capacity. Okay, there must not be any compromise. Okay, number 2, define the services and identify the services. Define and identify the services. If you do not define the services properly and identify the services properly, you cannot implement the charters. Number 3, set standards and norms for each service. Set standards and norms for each service. Okay, because all the services may not be requiring same standards or norms. And number 4, develop capability to meet these set standards. Develop capability to meet the set standards. The set standards. Next, perform to achieve the standards. Perform to achieve the standards. Next, monitor the performance against the set standards. Monitor the performance against the set standards. And last but not the least, evaluate the impact through independent mechanism. Evaluate the impact through an independent mechanism. So this is what 7-step approach in order to ensure the proper delivery of services, right? So this is how you can suggest the reforms, and moreover, Second Administrative Reforms Commission has also given other reforms, like for example, first and foremost important thing is other aspects of reforms. So these are all the points which will be repeatedly and routinely used in writing answer for any given question regarding the citizen charters. First and foremost problem in the administration is lack of proper structuring in the administration, because the present structural arrangement in the organization is not conducive for efficiency. Okay, the work division is not proper, and the work allocation is not proper, the monitoring mechanism is not proper, okay, the hierarchical arrangement is not proper. In this context, there is a requirement of restructuring. Okay, so this is also given by Second Administrative Reforms Commission. Okay, right. Next important thing is there must be a decentralized implementation of the citizen charters. And third one is there must be wide consultations. The consultations shall not be compromised. So there must be enhanced consultations where the people who are the beneficiaries, because we need to look at the services through the point of view of the citizens who are the beneficiaries, who are the real recipients of the services. And there must be firm commitments. The commitments cannot be vague. The commitments shall be proper, okay, firm commitments. And coming to other things, redressal mechanism, okay, there must be a grievance redressal mechanism. Not only that, there must be periodical assessment or review. There must be proper feedback from beneficiaries. Regarding the experience they are getting. And lastly, it is accountability, because you need to fix the accountability on part of the officials. This is possible through by enacting a law. Actually, in 2011 itself, there was an effort to bring a law for the guaranteed delivery of the public services. Some states like Sikkim and other states have enacted their laws, but however, there is no kind of umbrella legislation that is applicable for all the governments in the country. Okay, so Government of India tried to bring its own law in 2011, but it was delayed. And lastly, there must be proper civil society consultation. There must be civil society involvement. Okay, so this is how you are able to overcome the problems in the citizen charters. Okay, right. So you just understand the comprehensiveness we have been with respect to writing this answer. Right. I hope you understand what is citizen charters and how does it help the good governance, and what are the issues and what are the solutions. This is how. So generally, what an average aspirant, what a given aspirant has to prepare regarding a particular topic, the same kind of expectation is made by the UPSC. Generally, you need to know what is citizen charters, how it is beneficial, and what are the issues and what are the solutions. All these aspects are simply asked in the form of question. So UPSC is very much clear regarding the questions, regarding the information it tries to extract from the aspirants. But we people must be able to understand the expectations of UPSC. Okay, then you will be able to write good answers. Okay, hopefully you understood various dimensions here. Thank you for watching. Do watch these videos because these are immensely beneficial, not only for your civil services examination but also even for your group 1 preparation. Okay, hopefully, thank you.